Gas stations are supposed to be a quick stop. Fill your tank, grab a snack, maybe use the bathroom. But sometimes you stop somewhere you were never meant to find. In Story 1, a man pulls up at 2 a.m., fills his tank, and never leaves. But when the cashier checks the security camera, the man isn't there. Only the trunk and what's inside it. In Story 2, a traveler hears a whisper through a gas station vent, a voice begging for help. But what it says next turns a normal bathroom break into something no map can explain. In Story 3, a driver finds a hallway with a room that doesn't exist, and a man inside that looks exactly like him. But the deeper he goes, the more he realizes he may not be the original anymore. And in Story 4, a broke teen takes a job at a rural gas station with one rule: never open the door after 3 a.m. But when the knocking starts and a woman's voice begs to come inside, he learns why the last cashier didn't last more than 5 nights. These aren't just strange encounters, they're warnings, and they all start with a simple stop for gas. So keep your doors locked, and whatever you do, don't answer the knock. Story 1. The man who filled up but never left. I used to work the overnight shift at a gas station off Highway 47, right where the road disappears into a forest that nobody ever talks about. We were the last stop before a 60-mile stretch of trees. No lights, no signals, just endless blacktop and pines. Truckers came through often, drunks, lost teenagers looking for somewhere to smoke or make out. I'd seen it all, until one night I saw him. It was a Thursday, sometime after 2 a.m. The store was dead quiet. I was in the back room, restocking Red Bulls, when I heard the pump bell chime. You know the sound. That ding when someone pulls up and starts fueling. I checked the monitor. A black Buick, old, maybe 80s. Plates were too dirty to read. Headlights still on. The man pumping gas was tall, pale, wearing a long brown coat. He wasn't moving, just standing there, one hand on the nozzle, staring straight ahead. I waited a few minutes. He didn't come in, didn't wave, didn't finish. The pump stopped at $11.11, which I only remember because it struck me as odd, like it stopped on its own. Still, the guy didn't move. He just stood there, looking forward. I stepped outside. The air was heavy, humid, still. "You all right out here, man?" I called. No response. Pump stopped. Still nothing. I took a step closer. His head turned, just slightly. Not enough to look at me. Then he said something I'll never forget. "You don't want to know what's in the trunk." I froze. Not because of what he said, but because his lips didn't move. I backed up. "Hey, look, I'm calling the police." "They won't come," he said. This time, I didn't even see his mouth open. I went inside, locked the door, called 911. Static. Not even a ringtone, just a low hiss like something was in the line. I checked my cell. No bars. I looked back at the monitor. The Buick was still there, but the man? Gone. I peeked out the window. No sign of him. Car still idling, pump still hanging. Then the store phone rang. I jumped, picked it up. Silence. Then a voice. Soft, like it was underwater. "Look in the trunk." I slammed the phone down, grabbed the bat from under the counter. I didn't want to go outside, but I had to. Something was wrong. I stepped out slowly. The car was quiet now. Engine off, lights off. I circled it, heart pounding. No one in the front seat, or the back. No sound, no movement. Just that damn smell, like something rotten under heat. I walked to the rear. The trunk was already cracked open. Just barely, like it was waiting. I lifted it. Inside was a black trash bag and a note, written in red Sharpie. "Thank you for opening." Then the bag twitched. I dropped the lid and ran, locked myself in the store, grabbed my phone again. No service. The monitor still showed the car, still showed the pump, still showed the trunk, slowly closing on its own. At 3:03 a.m., the lights in the store flickered. Every monitor went black. The ice machine rattled, and then I saw him, inside, standing at the coffee station, looking straight at me. I never heard the door open, never heard the bell. But he was there, same coat, same dead eyes. He reached for a cup, then slowly turned toward me. "You saw it," he said. Still no movement from his mouth. "You let it out." I blinked, and he was gone. No sound, no exit, just gone. The next morning my boss reviewed the tapes. Nothing, no Buick, no man, no pump activity, just me. Walking outside, opening the trunk, and sprinting back in like a lunatic. They drug tested me, fired me. But here's the thing. The next week, I drove past the station. Couldn't help myself. Parked across the street. Just watched. And at exactly 2:11 a.m., a black Buick pulled up to pump 3. And a man in a brown coat stepped out. Same one. Same car. Same spot. But this time, he opened the trunk first. And he wasn't alone. Story 2. Voices in the bathroom vent. I was on a solo road trip through Arizona when it happened. Mid-July, 108 degrees, the kind of heat that makes the horizon ripple. I was 6 hours deep into a desert stretch when I realized I hadn't seen another car in almost an hour. No towns, no billboards, just sand, scrub, and sky. Then I saw it, a lone gas station, faded and sun-bleached, like it had been dropped from another time. No name, no logo, just the word gas in peeling red paint and a crooked open sign that flickered like it was lying. But I needed a bathroom and a cold drink. So I pulled in. The place was dead quiet. Inside it was dim and smelled like old oil and overripe candy. A clerk sat behind the counter, staring at a static-filled TV. He didn't look up, didn't say a word, just nodded slightly when I asked for the bathroom key. He handed me a giant wooden stick with a key chained to it, like they didn't trust anyone not to steal it. The bathroom was in the back, small, rusty sink, peeling paint, a single flickering bulb overhead, and silent. No traffic, no buzzing, no sound except the faint hum of the ceiling vent. I locked the door, tried not to breathe too deeply, and then I heard it. A whisper. At first I thought it was the wind, but it was too deliberate, too close. The voice came through the vent. "Don't leave." I froze, waited. Another whisper. "He's watching." I stared at the vent above the sink. It was rusted, dust-lined. Shouldn't be connected to anything but old pipes or dead air. I leaned closer. "Who are you?" I whispered. Silence. Then almost too quiet to hear. "Behind the wall." I tried to brush it off. Told myself I was dehydrated, tired, imagining things. But when I left the bathroom, the clerk was still watching the TV. Except now. The screen was black, and he was staring at his own reflection, mouth moving, repeating something silently. I put the key on the counter and walked out. Didn't buy anything, didn't look back. 2 hours later, I stopped at another station to fill up. While I waited, I Googled the one I had just been at. Nothing, no listing, no address, no name. It wasn't on the map. That night, I couldn't sleep. The whispers replayed in my head. I got up to drink water, and that's when I noticed it. The sound, a hum, coming from my bathroom vent. I walked in slowly, turned on the light. The vent above my mirror was vibrating softly, dust falling in tiny patterns. I leaned in, and I heard it. The same whisper. "He's still watching." I slammed the bathroom door, blocked the vent with a towel, didn't sleep. The next day, I went back, I had to, retrace the same road, same stretch of desert. But it wasn't there, nothing, just dry sand and heat haze, like the place had never existed. I drove the route 3 times, even checked satellite view. Still nothing, just a blank spot, just a blank spot. But that night the vent started again. Worse this time, not just whispering, knocking, faint, rhythmic, like fingers tapping on metal. I moved apartments 2 weeks later. New city, new building. No vents in the bathroom this time. I made sure of it. But last night, I heard it again. Not in the bathroom this time. In the wall behind my bed. Same voice, same whisper. You heard me. I pressed my ear to the drywall, and it said one more thing. The worst thing yet. Now you don't exist, either. I checked my ID this morning. The name was smudged. The photo? Not mine. I Googled myself. No results. Tried to call a friend. The number wasn't saved. I went to my old job. They didn't recognize me. I showed them emails. They said the inbox had been deleted. And tonight, when I turned on the TV, the screen showed static. Then a grainy black and white image of a gas station bathroom. My face staring into the vent. Frozen. Mouth open. Listening. Story 3. The room that wasn't on the map. I've driven cross-country 7 times. I know gas stations like I know the smell of my own clothes. Some are clean, bright, and full of snacks. Others feel like liminal spaces, stuck between timelines, with buzzing fluorescence and dusty floors. But there's one I can't explain. One I never found again. It was somewhere in West Virginia, off Route 22, where the trees close in on both sides of the road, and the GPS signal gasps for air. I had 3/4 of a tank left, but I stopped anyway. And I shouldn't have. It looked like any backwoods gas stop. Single pump. Weather-beaten awning. Faded red roof. The sign above the store said, Easy Mart, even though there was nothing easy about that place. I stepped inside. Dim lights, dusty air, smelled like mildew and melted plastic. A radio played something old and warbled, almost like it was coming from under the floor. The man behind the counter had this look, not just tired, empty, like he hadn't blinked in hours. Bathroom? I asked. He pointed without a word, toward the back. The hallway back there was longer than it should have been. A single overhead bulb cast shadows in directions that didn't match my body. I passed one door labeled Employees Only, then another door that was unmarked, then finally the bathroom. I pushed the door open, but something caught my eye. The unmarked door was open now. I swear it was closed when I walked past it. Inside was a room, bare walls, a metal folding chair, and a man sitting in it. But here's the thing. He looked exactly like me. Same clothes, same haircut, same eyes. He didn't react, just stared forward, breathing slowly, waiting. I stepped in slowly, heart racing. Hello? He didn't blink, didn't move. I waved my hand in front of his face. Nothing. And then, faintly, I heard a voice behind me. The clerk. You're not supposed to see that. I turned. He was standing in the doorway, holding a Polaroid camera. He snapped a photo without warning. Flash. White. I stumbled back, blinded. When my vision returned, the chair was empty. The double of me was gone. What the hell is this? I asked. He didn't answer. He held out the photo. I grabbed it. It showed me, standing in front of the empty chair. No double, just me. And in the photo's bottom corner, written in shaky ink, second entry. I ran out. Didn't use the bathroom. Didn't buy anything. I got in my car and drove like the pavement was melting behind me. 2 hours later, I stopped at another gas station. Told myself, I imagined it. I took the Polaroid out of my pocket, but the writing was gone, replaced with new words. Third exit soon. I threw it away. But when I got home, 600 miles later, it was in my backpack again. Same photo. Now it said, almost back. The next day, weird things started happening. My reflection lagged by a half-second. My voice echoed in rooms I was alone in. My keys went missing, and then reappeared in places I'd already checked. I started dreaming of the gas station, always the same hallway, always the man in the chair, but in the dreams, he moved, smiled, and whispered things I couldn't understand. One night, I woke up with a start. There was a Polaroid on my nightstand, one I hadn't taken. It showed me sleeping from the corner of the room. I checked the doors, the windows, all locked, but the hallway light was on, and I never leave it on. The dreams got worse. In one, I opened the unmarked door again, sat in the chair, and the other me smiled. "We only switch if you want to," he said, "but once we do, you can't come back." I stopped sleeping, started checking mirrors, watching for flickers, and then last week, it happened. I looked into the mirror, and the reflection didn't move. It just smiled, raised a hand, and waved goodbye. Then the lights went out. When they came back on, I was staring at an empty hallway. The unmarked door was gone. I don't know if I'm still me. Sometimes I look at my hands and they don't feel real. Sometimes I speak and the voice feels borrowed. And every now and then when I look in the mirror, something watches back, waiting. And this morning, there was a photo on my windshield. Same chair, same gas station room. Only this time, the man sitting in the chair was you. Story 4, Help Wanted. I was 19, broke, and desperate when I saw the sign. Help Wanted. Overnight cashier. It was taped to the inside window of a run-down gas station just outside of town. The kind of place with flickering lights and a soda machine that sounded like it was growling. I pulled over, walked inside, and applied on the spot. The guy at the register didn't ask many questions, just looked at me for a long time and said, "If you want the shift, it's yours." First night was weird, but nothing I couldn't handle. Quiet. No customers from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. The cameras above the aisles clicked occasionally, like they were turning, but I was the only one there. The manager, I never caught his name, left me a list of tasks. Stock the coolers. Sweep the back storage room. Do not answer knocks from the back door after 3 a.m. That last one? I thought it was a joke. The back door didn't lead to an alley or parking lot. It opened to a chain-link fence and woods beyond that. A dead end. But it was in bold, red Sharpie. Do not answer knocks from the back door after 3 a.m. The first night passed without anything weird. Second night I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. I checked the time. 3:17 a.m. I froze. Another knock. Then a voice. Software female. "Hey, I'm locked out. Can you open up?" I didn't move, didn't breathe. She knocked again. "Please, I'm freezing." I turned the music up in the store and pretended I hadn't heard it. By 3:30, it stopped. The next morning, I asked the manager about it. He didn't smile, didn't blink, just said, "Good. You listened." Third night, things changed. The security feed on the monitor flickered. Aisle 4, candy and chips, glitched. Then the screen showed someone standing there. Back turned to the camera, black hoodie, head down. I was sure I was alone. I stepped out from behind the counter. No one was there. I checked the aisle. Empty. When I got back, the feed showed the aisle was clear again. At 3:01 a.m., the phone rang. Caller ID. Unknown, I answered. Silence. Then the same voice from the door. "Why won't you let me in?" I hung up. Then the knocking started. Back door again. Knock, knock, knock. This time louder, almost desperate. Please, it's so cold out here. I don't want to be alone anymore. I locked myself in the front office and waited until sunrise. The knocking didn't stop until 4:13 a.m. The next shift, I didn't say anything, didn't ask questions, just showed up. But the to-do list had a new item at the bottom. If she gets in, do not look at her eyes. Fifth night I was exhausted, running on 2 hours of sleep and a can of Monster. The store was dead. Until 2:58 a.m. The power flickered. Security feed cut out. Everything went dark, except the glow of the exit sign. Then I heard the click of the back door unlocking. I never touched the lock, never turned the knob, but the door creaked open slowly. I grabbed the flashlight and crept toward the back. She was standing in the hallway, facing away, hair soaked, clothes tattered, whispering, "It's warmer in here." She turned her head just slightly. "Aren't you glad I found you?" I backed away, didn't look at her eyes, just turned and ran. I spent the next hour locked in the beer cooler. When I finally came out, the back door was shut again. The hallway was dry. No sign of her. That morning the manager was waiting for me. He looked worse than usual. Dark circles, cracked lips. He handed me a manila envelope. Inside were 3 Polaroids. One of the back hallways, one of the woman, one of me, asleep in the break room, one of me, asleep in the break room. I never remembered falling asleep. He said nothing, just said, "You'll get your final paycheck Friday." We don't renew past 5 nights. I tried to forget. Took a job at a bookstore, moved to a new part of town. But some nights, around 3 a.m., I hear a knock. Doesn't matter where I live. Doesn't matter if there's a door nearby. Knock, knock, knock. And then the voice. "Can I come in now?" Last week, I found a new gas station near my new apartment. Big neon sign, bright inside. Looked safe. I walked in for a soda. They had a help wanted sign taped to the front window, and at the bottom, written in red marker, "Do not answer the door after 3 a.m. So next time you pull into a gas station late at night, double-check the mirrors, don't follow voices, and never, ever look inside the trunk if no one gets out. Because not every stop is meant for you, and sometimes the station isn't on any map for a reason. If these stories chilled you, like the video, subscribe for more true horror every week, and share it with someone who always drives alone at night. And remember, the next time you hear a knock after 3 a.m., don't open the door.